Welcome to the RAMcast. We talk about all things related to Sioux Valley. This is your host, Brian Kirby. My co-host is always Jimmy Sickler. Thanks for being here, Jimmy.
Yes, excited to be here, Mr. Kirby.
All right, and we have another senior spotlight, and today we have Mr. Lucas Larrabee.
Hello.
All right, Lucas, we got our 10 questions queued up. Let's get the show rolling. All right, Lucas, question 1. What song will always remind you of this time in your life?
I think a song that will always remind me of this time of my life was Burn, Burn, Burn by, I think it was Zach Bryan.
All right. You want to belt any of those lyrics out?
Kind of hard to remember. I haven't listened to it for a minute, but it's a great song. I love it.
Okay. All right. No problem.
All right, Lucas, which teacher had the most impact on you, and what will you remember about them?
I have to say Mr. Sandifer. He's always been around the entire time I've been around Sioux Valley, and being able to go on sports trips with him was amazing. Learned a lot from him, too. Had a lot of good advice. And yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take a guess. I probably know the answer to this, but I will ask the question. What is your favorite extra or co-curricular activity?
Definitely basketball.
So that was my
All
bet.
All right, Lucas, extra credit. Good job. What class did you find the most enjoyable?
10th grade PE. First year I was ever here in Sioux Valley. It was lots of fun. Got to meet a lot of people and know who they are. Yeah.
That's a good one. With whom did you have your most meaningful relationship during your senior year? It could be anybody in the building, student, teacher, adult, doesn't matter.
All right. I have to go with Owen Drum. Hung out with him a lot and had a lot of nice conversations with him, and been around all my entire time here in Sioux Valley.
Nice. Good.
All right. What was something you learned about yourself during your time here at Sioux Valley?
That I had to be more outgoing to get to know people and just be out there.
Good.
So, knowing what you know now, what advice do you give your younger self entering Sioux Valley for the first time?
Definitely don't stick to your being by yourself the first few weeks. You want to get out there and know people before sports, I'd say, because before I started doing basketball, I was just kind of hanging around by myself, and so you want to get out and be outgoing.
I know that's tough for us introverts, though. Naturally stick to ourselves.
Yeah. Definitely have overcome that since being here.
Good.
All right. What will having graduated high school mean to you?
I've completed the first stage of my life, and now that I got to go out and work and be myself more.
Good stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think this group of seniors left its mark on the Sioux Valley?
Not sure. Gotta think. I don't got a good answer for that one, though.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. So graduation is May 19th. What's your plan after graduation, Lucas?
My plan is going out and trying to get my heavy equipment operator's license and work doing that. Maybe get my private pilot's license too.
Nice. You're taking classes to that right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool. All right. So that's our 10 main questions. The last question we have is there anything you want to add that we didn't cover?
No.
All right. So with that, we're just going to conclude our special edition Senior Spotlight. Again, this is your Mr. Kirby here, principal at Sioux Valley, and my co-host, Jimmy Sickler. Thanks, Jimmy.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And we couldn't have had this one episode without our special guest, Mr. Lucas Larrabee. Thank you, Lucas, for taking the time.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this as another way to connect to our Sioux Valley community. Hope to see you at the next school event or around the community. Thanks for listening.